Hey everyone, this is Tom Dutta, and I am standing here in spectacular Stanley Park again. I just walked from the other side of the park. I shot a video just about 10 minutes ago and would have posted it. This is part two, and this is my last video for 2016. I want to tell you that I live in this most amazing part of the world called Vancouver, Canada. And well, on this side of the park, you can see behind me the water and the city of Vancouver in the background. Now, we are a world-class metropolitan city. I'm just going to walk a little bit so you can get a sense of the beauty that's around here at what we call Stanley Park. Now, today is an amazing day. Some people say, Tom, is it a cold place in Canada to live? Well, we're on the west coast of Vancouver, British Columbia. So if you're in the United States, and I know I have some followers there, well, you have states. Well, we have provinces, and we're on the western part of the country. British Columbia is the westernmost province. So in British Columbia, the temperatures are very, very moderate. We have the four seasons here. So you'll have, for example, the warm currents coming up from California. Sometimes we get heavy rains up here, and we call it the Pineapple Express. That weather can come as far as from Hawaii. But it is a moderate city. We have all the four seasons. We have the mountains, and we have the water, and we have the sunshine. And in fact, another part of Canada, we have what we call the Sonora Desert. The northern tip of the desert comes up from the United States. And there you have a lake. It's called the town of Osoyoos, where it's about 80 degrees in the lake, and it is dry desert heat. We truly have a lot of amazing, what I call dreamscapes here. And I'm going to turn around and show you in the background here. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a cricket patch, cricket field, and you can see a little bit of a clubhouse there. When I was a kid, my Uncle Tom used to bring me out here, and well, I used to lie on the grass there and watch him play cricket. As immigrants, we settled here, came from the United Kingdom. My parents are from Fiji Islands. My parents were from India. And I'm just an old Canadian boy. So why am I shooting this video? Well, as you know, I'm going deep and personal. I'm a new author. My book is coming out July 4th. It's called Way of the Quiet Warrior. And the Way of the Quiet Warrior, you can see more about it on my website, www.create, that's Kreat.ca. You'll see everything there. You'll be able to pre-order the book. As you know, the book doesn't launch until July the 4th. And on the January 10th date, we have the digital version available online. So we're doing this video now because I wanted to share, before I wrap up, just a few fun stories that actually happened. I'm going to start walking this way so you can see the incredible view behind me. My book is already traveling, even though it hasn't been published yet and released to the bookstores. It's been traveling, and I thought, well, soon people are going to know me, the Quiet Warrior. I am the book, all over the world, and I wanted you to get to know me and where I'm at. So first story I want to tell you, let's just call her Mrs. P. The story of Mrs. P. She works for a large global accounting and advisory firm. I know her very well. I gave her a advance reading copy of the book, and well, she read it, and she went to Mexico with it, and she sent me a message. When she came back, she talked to me. She said, "Hey, Tom, your book is now traveling in Mexico." And I said, "What are you talking about?" She said, "Well, I not only read it, but I put it on the reading desk of the resort, and my husband and I watched 3 people over a period of a week take that book and read it." She said, "My husband wants to read it because there must be something special about it, because everybody was looking at it." And by the way, the book has a beautiful cover. You'll see that on my Facebook site as well, at The Way of the Quiet Warrior. You've probably seen that. If not, check it out. Story number 2 comes from St. Louis, Missouri, if I said that right, as a Canadian, eh? And, well, there's a helicopter up in the sky above us here, flying over Vancouver. Sorry for that noise. This story comes from, let's call her Mrs. J. And so I sent her a book, and she's one of the amazing people who actually helped me put this book together, which was a dream. By the way, the purpose of the book is big. It's not about money. All the proceeds from book sales in 2017 will go to feeding hungry people and also mental health wellness, which is a big part of my passion. Mrs. J in St. Louis, Missouri sent me a picture of the book sitting on her coffee table in her house with a cup of coffee beside it, and she wrote me an email. She said, "This amazing Christmas gift just arrived. I'm so grateful. It looks awesome. And now I'm going to start off my day by reading and reflecting." You know, everybody, when you're an author, and this is a first for me, you know, you do a book for a purpose, to help change lives. And when people send you messages like that, you know that, well, now your word what you're trying to spread around the world is indeed traveling, and we haven't even launched yet. And the third story I'm going to talk about is Mrs. G. And while Mrs. G will just say that she works at the bank where I do all my business, and my family has their accounts. And well, I gave her a copy a couple weeks ago. I popped in yesterday to deposit my first advance royalty check from Morgan James, my publisher out of New York. Thank you very much for that check. That goes to a good cause. And when I was there, I said to Gina, I said, hey, what'd you think of the book? And she said, Tom, I've 10 pages left, and I'm a messy reader. I've written all over it, and I'm going to read it again. And she was so excited about it. And I know her story, and that's what my book is all about. It's about purpose, action, life. And people who read it, well, they might see their story as part of my story. It might unlock a new pathway for them. Well, at the end of the chat, Mrs. G said, hey, I want 3 copies because I'd like to give them to 3 people I think who maybe really could use what you are talking in your book. So everybody, those are just 3 early stories that I'm excited about. We're creating a buzz here. The book is starting to travel, and well, you can get it through create.ca. You can pre-order it. You can get it on the digital version, which will come out 1,800 online stores. That'll be happening very soon in January the 10th. And by the way, if you do happen to read it, which I hope you will, it helps the author, me. If you go to my website, create.ca, to my book page, as of January 10th, we're going to have a link up where you can leave a comment. And that just helps us get the buzz about the book so that when it does launch, it gets into the bookstores across North America. Everybody signing off from beautiful, spectacular Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. My name is Tom Dutta, and I'm the Quiet Warrior. And we'll be talking to you again in, 2017. Have an amazing holiday and New Year. Thank you.